Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, March 7th, 2020. Very clear blue skies today, nice sunshine happening. Last night, because I'm going to show you around here a little bit, we ended up with a couple more inches of snow. And here comes Mr. Lucy. Would you like to go in, Luce? Come on. Attaboy. Alright, so we ended up getting a couple inches of snow. It's already started melting off today with it. It's mid-30s today, and so it is melting off already. But like when I came out this morning, this was all covered with snow. So yeah, but it's beautiful now. Absolutely gorgeous, clear blue skies. Just absolutely beautiful today. Chilly, but beautiful. So we're supposed to be, I think, actually like the high today is supposed to be 38, and so yeah, that's what's happening. So I went out this morning. Before we're gonna get into the topic here in a second, folks. So I went out this morning, and the puppies are out enjoying their time, and the chickies are out enjoying the weather. Already pulled 7 eggs so far today. I think I ended up with only 6 yesterday total for the day. It was kind of a crappy day yesterday, so but I already pulled out 7 when I let them out this morning. So we'll see how many more they end up laying today. So somebody had asked how many hens, how many roosters. Okay, I have 2 roosters and I have 16 hens. So I have a total of 18 chickens altogether. Oh, somebody's complaining. Oh dear. Oh my God, they're so funny. It's probably what the one inside's complaining about. I can tell you already what it is. She wants to get into a nesting box, and the other one is in the box, and that's what the trouble is. All right, so let's get into the topic. All right. New York State declares a state of emergency. We now have 76 confirmed corona cases in New York State. So what does a state of emergency, declaring a state of emergency, do? So, people are probably wondering what exactly that was all about. So, there's Miss Molly. You gonna go in, Miss Molly? There you go. Like I said, my full-time job, folks, is I'm a professional doorman. That's what I do. So, anyway, so declaring a state of emergency, what does that do? Well, for New York State, it frees up like $30 million by declaring a state of emergency, that they can use that money to, combat what is going on. New York City's number from Friday, there was 5 confirmed cases on Friday in New York City, and today there are 11. So it more than doubled in one day in New York City by itself. A lot of it has been tied to the lawyer and stuff like that. So again, it's interesting, things are starting to take off, unfortunately, and I do say that unfortunately because, like I said, it's the last thing that I want to see. The last thing I want to say in this situation, the last thing I want to be saying is "I told you so." But I am curious. Now I know that I've showed some pictures and I posted them on my page down in or my Facebook Prepper Nurse 1 page, when I had gone to a local Wegmans here in New York, and things were down. Hand sanitizer was down, toilet paper was down, and there was one other thing too. I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Oh my God, I can't even think of it right now. But anyway, that was really low as well. So I had to go look on my page itself just to see what it was. But I posted those pictures up on there just to kind of show people. I would imagine that today, down in New York City, locally where everything is happening down there, that people are starting to go, oh crap, this is for real. You are seeing things starting to accelerate. I had said, when they were saying that there was no cases in New York, I was like, bull crap, there's not. You got a place of 8.5 million people like New York City, you're going to have issues. Too many people packed in like rats in a cage, and so, it's definitely a recipe for disaster. And so obviously it's starting to take off, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and we knew it was coming. A lot of us knew it was coming, and so it was, you know, it was interesting. So, but you know, what can we do? How are things going? I mean, I've had a lot of people saying that, well, I'm in this state and things are still relatively calm here and stuff like that. Well, your window is still open. Your window is still open to get things, to get prepared as best you can. I know it's getting very, very difficult for people all over to find masks, but, you know, I mean, people just need to, you know, continue to get ready. Hopefully you guys are. I really hope you've listened. I really do, and you know, and prepared to be sheltering in place, because I think that's going to be coming. I really do. I think you're going to see that happen. You know, with these people down in New York City, I think it's just the tip of the iceberg. I think we're going to see a lot more cases down there. And because there's just so many people and so many people that they come in contact with. I mean, I think about on a daily basis. I mean, if I'm home and I'm just kind of doing my thing here at the homestead, I'm not really running into anybody. But if I go out, and even if I go down to the town, and the town is 5,000 people down, if I go down to the closest larger town. Where I live, there's like 1,200 people in the whole town, okay? But if I go down to the main town, there's like 5,000 people down there, which is not a lot of people. And the number of people that I come in contact with when I go down there, you know, it ends up being quite a few people. So I couldn't even imagine being in a place like New York City with the number of people down there. You're just walking down the street, you're going to come in contact with thousands of people. So, you know, those are things that people aren't thinking of. And that's what we need to be thinking of. So, again, prepare to shelter in place, folks, if you can. Be ready the best way that you possibly can. You know, like I said, I've prepared for my animals, for my dogs, my cats. I've gotten extra food. You know, if we had to shelter in place for months, we can do that. You know, it's not an issue as far as that goes, because I have enough dog food, I have enough cat food, I have enough chicken feed, and you know, cracked corn and everything else for the birds. Excuse me. But again, I prepped up, you know, in preparation for that. So I have extra of everything. Hold on one second, guys. You're going to hear me holler a second. Hey! No! Sorry. So, anyway, I had to yell at Pandora a second. You be a good girl. Look at this. I got to show you the tail. Look at the tail. You be a good girl. I'm watching you. So, anyway, a lot of interesting things happening. You know, things are accelerating here in the States. More and more people are coming up positive now. They're finally starting to test people, which, again, how do you get a virus to really start spreading? You don't test, right? Because that way, if people are sick, they're going out and they're spreading it around to other people. And it just, the thinking, it doesn't make any sense to me. So it's almost, like I said, it's almost as though they were like, oh, let's let this happen on purpose. And it doesn't make any sense either. It makes absolutely no sense, because nobody benefits from it. I mean, you know, you have a lot of bad things can come from this. So hopefully you guys are ready. Hopefully you're prepared. I really do hope you are. Hopefully you have a way to protect yourselves as well, because, you know, as things continue to accelerate, things can get really, really ugly. People that did nothing to prepare are going to be, well, it's already kind of started. I mean, think about, this is what I think is kind of funny, okay? So let's talk about this aspect of it for a second. As preppers, okay, we're going to go from a prepper standpoint. We prepare for whatever. That's what we do. It's a form of insurance and all that type of stuff. It's in our DNA, if you will. And so when these type of situations happen, which is going on right now, with, you know, a possible, you know, they're going to quarantine different things and shut down things, and now we're preppers. We're selfish, and we're hoarders, and we're thinking only of ourselves and stuff like that. No, it's called being aware that things can happen, things can change, and doing something about it. Because people that do nothing now expect that they should be entitled, and I love that, they should be entitled to have somebody taking care of them. Well, you're entitled to nothing, okay? So, you know, you are absolutely entitled to nothing. So, anyway, oh, I did want to mention, Copperhead Homestead. They thank you everybody that went over there and showed them some support. They went from like 250 subscribers, now they're over 1,000. So I know a lot of you went over there and subscribed to their channel to show them support. Young family, just getting started, just getting going with their dream and what they're doing, and seemed like a very nice young couple. And you know, I can say that because I'm old enough to be his father. Because I asked him how old he was, and he told me. I said, "Oh, okay, I'm old enough to be your dad." But very nice young couple. Like I said, they got 4 kids. So thank you everybody for going over that went over to show them some support. Like I said, you know, as a prepper community, I really do believe that we need to support each other, show the love, and try to help each other out. And I think that that's important. So you know, I mentioned them in my live stream last night. And so a lot of you obviously went over and subscribed to them. So thank you for that. Like I said, I'm not going to recommend every channel that comes down the pipe. But I went and I checked out their channel. What I told him, he contacted me and he asked me if I would give him a shout out. And I said, well, I don't shout out everybody. But I said, I will go over and I will look at your content and stuff like that. And I says, and I will call you back and I will let you know. And he's like, okay. So I went and I looked at their content and I really liked what they were doing and what he had going on there. And I called him back and I said, yeah, I'll give you a shout out. So that's why I did it. So anyway, that's what's happening there. So me and Heather are chilling today. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I haven't really decided. I want to get this video up, and it's like I said, it's colder today. It's in the 30s. So, but the sun is out, which feels fantastic, and I love that part of it. So I will enjoy that. And we're getting good power today. We're getting good sunshine on the panels, and so that's what we're doing there as well. Real quick, I wanted to talk about real quick with that. You know, my mom and my sister and her husband are going to come out. They're going to put a building behind the rack, okay? And so we have talked about, so people had asked, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to add more solar? And I don't need to add more solar. What I've needed to do for a while is make my battery bank better, okay? So I will be upgrading my battery bank, and so by the time they get in here full time, hopefully my solar system, that part of it there is going to be, I think, good to go. It's adding batteries and having enough capacity to really charge up everything, and then the batteries can just take care of their business. So that's the next step there. I will be actually getting on that this week coming up, and I'm going to let you guys know, you know, everything that's going on with that. Okay, so that's what's happening, and that's where we're at. And we're going to go from there. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off here from now. I want to hear your feedback. What do you think about New York State declaring a state of emergency? And I want to hear your feedback on that. So definitely want to hear what you have to say, what you think, okay? It's like I said, we're up to 76 cases in New York alone now. So I think only California has more. And so should be interesting. But anyway, I will talk to you all later. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. Also, remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. Nobody else can stop you, okay? So I hope everybody's having a great day, and I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.